Good wishes for my viewers. Today I am going to make a presentation on a very precious and a wonderful gift from God to human beings, that is memory. The main theme of my presentation is that you can improve your memory, enhance its quality, achieve successes and lead a very good life. God has blessed human beings with various abilities and capabilities. Out of all these, memory plays a pivotal role in leading a good life. Whatever your profession is, you are a teacher, you are a shopkeeper, you are a laborer, you are a doctor, you are an engineer, whatever your profession is, that depends on your memory. Your role as father, as mother, as daughter, as son, as daughter, all are driven by the memory. My interest in memory started way back in 1980s when I was studying at the University of Wales, and this was a part of my course. Later I developed this area and designed and conducted many workshops, seminars and short courses on this subject in various countries. What I have learned during these courses, that participants or people coming from different countries, different background, different education, different gender, different age group, they have almost the same procedures and methods for improving memory. Memory is a store of knowledge and experiences. Now let's first define that is what is memory. In psychology, memory has been divided in three parts. Number one, that is receiving the information. Number two, storing the information. Number three, recalling the information when it is needed. I will show you an information processing model offered by Dennis Child, a British educational psychologist. This model is very popular and widely accepted. Now you look at this model, stimulus comes and strikes through our sense organ. Now this is sensory memory. Now this memory is only for our day-to-day movement. Any information which strikes our sense organs, it disappears in milliseconds. And if we pay some attention or the intensity of the stimuli is strong, it goes to our short-term memory and information stays there for seconds or maximum for 1 or 2 days, and thereafter it disappears or depleted. And if we pay conscious effort, encode the information, then it is transferred to our long-term memory, and whatever we transfer to the long-term memory, it stays there forever. Now, when we say that one has a good memory, what does it mean? That one is able to recall or retrieve the information when it is required. Now this is important, when it is required, because if you are sitting in an examination hall or you are in a business meeting and at that time when information is required you are not able to recall, then we will say that you don't have a good memory. Now I am making this video just to focus that ability of recalling. Some people feel difficulty in recalling or retrieving the information. In my video, I will suggest such methods that will help you to overcome that difficulty of recalling the information. Now, procedures and methods. If you know that this is how you can improve your memory, but you do not know what goes on in your brain, then chances are that your memory will not be that sharp. But if you also know that how your brain functions, then chances of improving the memory increases. So we will also talk about our brain. According to researchers, when I say researchers, that include medical doctors, psychologists, and thinkers who are working on brain. Human brain has approximately 86 billion neurons. Those are brain cells, and the purpose of that neurons is to conduct impulses and interpret information that we receive through our sense organs. Now, each brain cell or neuron is a self-contained independent computer and capable of processing 1 million bits of information. Now, these neurons are not connected with each other. There are some chemicals between the neurons which are called neurotransmitters, and brain cells communicate with one another through these neurotransmitters. So if your brain cells are healthy, your brain will function very efficiently. Now, about the diet of these neurons: oxygen and sugar. Brain makes energy out of these sugar and oxygen and then function it properly. Now, whatever I have shared with you about the brain, you can just imagine your capacity. You have not used even 1% of your brain, and according to the researcher, the maximum 10 to 12% of the brain has been used so far. And if we have done wonders in the world, look at the inventions, that is by using only 10% of the brain. So you have abilities, you have capabilities. It's a just matter of developing that and using that. Now, I will share with you the methods and procedures how you can improve your memory. We will take a pause, you look at this slide, and then we will restart. So, what you have seen on the slide, that your belief is very important. Belief is that what you think that you can or what is right, that is your belief. Give a signal to your mind and be very firm that you can improve your memory, and I am sure that you will, because the capacity, the capability which you are gifted with, you have just seen. So I come to the methods of improving memory. Number one, concentration. This is backbone of all the methods. I call it mother method. In fact, this name was given by a group of participants who were in a course in Antalya in 1998. Now, what is concentration? We must understand this. Concentration is that whatever you want to remember or you want to recall, except that you seize all the stimuli coming to your brain, and stimuli may be internal or external. What are external stimuli? Those are any loud voice or noise, anyone disturbing you, bad weather, that is external stimuli. You have to make sure that you are not disturbed by external stimuli. Internal are even more important. Internal are that your own thoughts. You are emotionally disturbed. You are hungry. You are feeling cold. You are uncomfortable because of something that is internal stimuli, which is more dangerous, and then that will block your power of concentration. So you have to make sure that no other stimuli is disturbing you and you are focusing on your studies, your business meeting, whatever you are doing. That is concentration. Number two, avoid stress. Now, stress is very dangerous, not only for your memory, but also for your health. Now, concentration is the major remedy for avoiding stress. You identify what causes you stress and then address that. Do some concentration, meditation, you can avoid your stress. Number three, chunk technique. Again, very important. I have practiced it in my many seminars and workshops, and it brought very good results. What is chunk technique? You group your subject matter according to the nature of the subject. Then you feel very easy to address both the subjects. 3-4 subjects which are similar, you have grouped them. When you will study them, you will find that this is very easy to study. Now, I tell you a episode here that I used this technique in a workshop in Antalya. There were about 28 participants from 15 countries. Now, age group was 24 to 58, different educational background, different work, different race, but they appreciated this method, and everyone said that we have really benefited from this technique. Now, number 4, recalling. This recalling technique is very popular, especially among students. What is recalling? That whatever you have learned or you have in your memory and you want to use that somewhere in future within 1 or 2 days, you bring that information or contents to your working memory, that is short-term memory, right? And then revise. Next step in recalling is that you write it on the paper. When you write it on the paper, your neuromuscular activity also take place, and it becomes very easy for you to reproduce on the paper in less time if you do this practice also. So recalling is another very important method of improving memory. Number 5, one work at a time. Now this question has been asked from many people, students and also people in the job, that the attention, they really find difficulty in focusing on the job in hand, and they are worried about the next to come. Students, there are six or seven subjects. They are on the second subject, time is very short, and they are thinking about the other one to come, right? Unable to focus on the job in hand. So don't collect 3 or 4 subjects or job at a time. Take one, focus on that. Once you finish with that, then think about the second one. Again, the mother method, concentration, will also play its part here. Number 6, take rest. Take rest here means that whenever you are doing some work, you are studying, you are teaching, you are doing some research, take rest, short intervals like 10 minutes. Take a deep breath and you will feel that even after 10 minutes you are fresh and you can use your remaining time very productively. If you take lunch, nap after lunch, nap of 10 or 15 minutes, it will show you the wonder. You will find yourself as fresh as you were in the morning. So rest is important. Number 7, sleep. Another wonderful gift from God. Human being need sleep, and after 7 or 8 hours of sleep, everything is repaired. You are fresh to start your work, right? Some people say that we study 18 hours or 20 hours. Let me tell you, it is non-productive. Your time is consumed, but result is not that much as should be according to the time. So sleep is very important. Number 8, strong stimulus. Strong stimulus, when it comes and strikes to your sense organs and it is transferred to your long-term memory, you are able to remember in a better way. You can remember few things in a loud voice or use another medium, say audio. When you use 2 medium, then there are chances that you remember more efficiently. Number 9, diet of neurons. As I told you, that diet of neurons is oxygen and sugar. So rest is also diet of neurons, right? So you do some exercises, physical exercises. It is very important that you are physically healthy, you are mentally healthy, your neurons are able to communicate very efficiently. And if you are, for example, taking any examination, there are only 2 or 3 hours to attempt 6 questions. You have a short time and you have to write a very lengthy paper. Your neurons should be communicating with one another very quickly, very fastly. So it is important that your neurons are healthy. So take care of neurons, have balanced diet. Number 10, last but not the least, no drugs please. Some people take drugs for sleeping. Some people take drugs because they don't want to sleep. In both cases, drugs adversely affect your communication system. So, no drugs please. Now, whatever I have shared with you, it was an extract of my knowledge and experience. I am confident that you try it and you will be able to improve your memory, and with the passage of time, you will also enhance its quality and lead a good life and bring good result for yourself. We will meet shortly with another video, maybe on stress management. Goodbye.